But even when we're not in an active storm of painfully hot rain, a superstorm, look, you can still see the precipitation is just non-stop on this planet. Hello everyone, Thoranx is here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, episode 278, where we say goodbye to our hypersaturated neon planetary anomaly, and instead continue the search in our uncharted system of a blue star, looking for, well, not really looking for anything specific per se, but what we are doing is we're going to head to the Paradise planet in this system. And I think this is it. And that would be incorrect. So here's the planetary anomaly we just left. Fiery planet, okay, with its 2 moons, and then, oh. Could this be the one? And there it is, the Overgrown planet. Ancient bones should also have storm crystals. And it's a minute-long pulse, which is actually pretty good. So we're in this Overgrown planet because, again, as was mentioned, uncharted systems have some of the... here we go. Space anomaly detected. Speaking of, this is exactly what we were looking for. So we got a pulsing heart node, which unfortunately is C-class, but we're still going to go ahead and use it, and we're going to evolve it with more and more nanites. I'm not using the correct button. There it is, and again, and again. So now we have maneuverability, boost, and pulse drive efficiency. All of these things are exactly what you want. Then we're going to place all this inventory. It's going to need to be sorted. We can send some stuff to the freighter even across large distances, but most importantly, we got ourselves a super valuable upgrade. Internals have evolved. Okay, well, let's keep pulse jumping. It might be a little bit too much to ask for to get 2 of them in one pulse jump, but that is why we came to this uncharted system. Ultimately, the most important reason was to spend some time pulse jumping around in a living ship, of course. "20 seconds to go." This Overgrown planet, when we first entered the system in the last episode, appeared to be rather red and pink, but on the dark side here, on the night side of the planet, it's actually a little difficult to tell what its colors actually are. I think all of this is water? Looks like we might be dealing with a high sea state and water everywhere. Oh yeah, look. These rivers, they sort of cut through everything. I think there's not enough water to necessarily call these islands, but these rivers have worked their way everywhere. Alright, let's settle down on this mountain. Some unusual terrain features. The orange sky absolutely changes the feel of the planet, but the grass is red. Painfully hot rain, it says. Painfully hot. Well, let's start charting the local flora and fauna. Ooh, burial sites. Fun, fun, fun. I'm almost curious if burial sites on an uncharted system have higher yield, better chances of being ancient and therefore worth more money. You know what? I am actually curious about that. And some floating crystals. Well, we don't care too much about the floating crystals, but let's go visit this natural burial site and see what exactly we can find here. As we scan more and more trees. Oh, look, there's a couple of them here. Okay, okay. I accept these terms. So what do we have? Okay, a couple of simple bone pieces, sure. It's a little bit of money. I think what we need, though, so we have a mineral deposit and an electromagnetic deposit nearby. Well, let us find out what this mineral deposit is first. It's a B class. And it's down the mountainside, apparently. Ooh, well, that rain is heating up. I haven't seen any storm crystal marks, but we'll scan a little more intentionally here in just a second. There we go. Potential Bravo and Paraffinium. Not what we're looking for. I actually don't see any sort of storm crystals here. That's okay, being that this is a planet and not a moon, and that it has oceans and rivers. There's a lot more we can cover here. Wow. And again, I'm going to talk a little bit about this terrain. Very unusual. Alright, let's get in our ship and push on a little bit. Alright, we've got our technology recharged. And we have lost all visibility. We're going to need to get below the cloud deck. Perhaps the ocean is where we need to be. I had not considered that. Ooh. Let's get above the tree line. Below the cloud deck, but above the tree line. No, we're just going to depart the atmosphere. I think that's the right call. And just sort of zipping up all bizarre with our trajectory. Alright, so let's put a little bit of distance between us and the planet. Get out of the storm. Oh my goodness, with the threats detected. This place is just crawling with troublemakers. Oh, I would like to see the day side of this planet. The oceans are small. Small, but without many visible islands, at least not from orbit. Let's enter the atmosphere and go on down to the surface. Oh, it's impossible to read the scan on this ocean. It's so incredibly full of mist and I have no visibility. Let's find a place to put the ship down. Let's let the nightmare and sleep catch its breath. Ooh, was that an island? Some intense storms. This looks like it's an island, but maybe not. The rain is so hot. It's just steam. It's boiling everywhere. We'll see if this is just an atoll. I don't think that you can actually land anywhere there. Storm clearing. Thank goodness. Oh, is this an atoll? No, no, no. I can land on this. Hold on. This actually has... No, I can't. Can I? There's nothing actually peeking out above the water here. What unusual land features. And the ocean actually gets quite deep. Alright, perhaps we need to get a little bit of distance off of this. Wow, and just like that. Are you kidding me? The blue sky comes out. Wow. Just a beautiful atmosphere. A wonderful dichotomy between the two colors. Yeah, no, the contrast here is really nice. I would love to get into the water and see how cloudy the water is. But even when we're not in an active storm of painfully hot rain, a superstorm, look, you can still see the precipitation is just non-stop on this planet. And look, that looks like land. Oh, barely. No, don't do that to me. This is land, I saw it. No, it's not. It's technically below the water. Wow. I'm impressed. The ocean here is significant, and there's not much you can access as an escape. And look how deep some of it gets. All I'm seeing are atolls. Let's get some distance off the water before the next storm hits. But we still need to stay below the cloud deck. Oh! That did not make things easier to see. Look at that. It's just a vast nothingness. Oh, and the rainbow? Oh no, we've got to try again. Alright, still not seeing anything. Lots of little wake marks. Maybe if we fly like this, it'll be easier. No, there's nothing out here. Nothing at all. That just makes me want to be out here even more. Yeah, this is where I want to set up my base. It's just nothingness. If we find even a single speck of land, it'll be like an oasis in the middle of the desert. Okay, this looks like there's more terrain on the horizon here. My goodness, I don't see an island soon. Ugh. Another atoll. Wait. Is that a speck of land? Is it? I don't think it is. No. It's underwater. Wow, I'm not sure what to do. Let's back up, try to get some perspective on the planet and see where the nearest bit of land is. It's just a big, wide ocean. Let's get some more distance. Is that shadows from the cloud, or... No. No. We're starting to hit land now. Let's dial back in. We'll enter the atmosphere, and we'll just work our way out from known land sections out into the ocean. Ah, finally. Okay, so we have some islands. These might be the last stop, though. Alright, so let's touch down. Something about the blue sky makes this planet feel more natural than I would expect with the red grass and the red water. Look at these minerals. It's like fossilized turtle shells almost. Okay, well, we don't have our capital ship here, so there's nothing we're going to be able to do without creating an exocraft summoning station. So let's just go ahead and... Oh, we need the unstable plasma for that. That's okay, because we're going to want one of these if we settle on a base as well. Alright. Let's see what's actually going on in here. Okay, so the water is a little cloudy. It's not so bad. Icarus fuel system, that's a solar recharge. Yeah, we need more storm crystals for that. I don't think the storm crystals are on this planet, though. Look at this coral. I'd like to scan some of it, but I'd also like to get to deep ocean. Oh, it gets deep pretty quick out here. Okay, let's just stop and we'll start taking some scans of all this coral. Chlorine, dihydrogen. A lot to scan. Submerged relic. That's exciting. Look at this. It's like a cave. Underwater caves. How fun. Okay, this ocean is pretty neat. I officially dubbed this ocean as pretty neat. Let's maybe scan some of the local fauna down here. The aquatic fauna. It says these are too far away to scan. No geomagnetic hotspot nearby, however, we do have a C-class, and of course no atmospheric hotspot. We have a C-class mineral deposit in this direction. I think we'll just follow it for now. So look, it's almost like an artificial sea floor. It looks like the bottom of the ocean, but it's really just the top of an intricate cave network. And as the sun sets, the water gets this blood red, this crimson red. Okay, now we're going to get a storm, so we'll see how the storm affects the clarity in the water. Oh, we're picking up new life forms. Alright, analyzing mineral hotspot. Potential level Charlie. Activated indium. Max density 40%. Interesting. Well, that is what we're looking for, but I don't think... what are these life forms? Ah, it's a school of fish. Yep, and another school of fish as well. Eats small crustaceans. Tell me that does not say hydrophobic. Are you kidding me? Hold the phone. The Radiobososa, first recorded on planet Locust Prime, where they frolic in the water of its calm and sheltered seas. Calm and sheltered seas? I don't know. Carried by the currents as much as by their fins, their lives know no order, no system. They simply exist wherever greater forces have placed them. Scavengers, they feed upon the soft downward drift of plankton, feasting upon the dying remains of tiny organisms. I think that's like a blanket statement. Additional observations. Hydrophobic. This fish is hydrophobic. That's funny. That's funny to me. I mean, I'm a fish, but I'm just terrified of water. I wonder if that means the fish is naturally hydrophobic or if it has rabies. I'm sure it just means the fish is terrified of the water it actually breathes. I have hydrophobia. Well, let's get back in our Nautilon and see if we can just make more distance towards the deep, deep ocean, far, far away from where the coast is. Nautilon submarine really did get a nice speed boost. I suppose we could do a high-powered scan. See if there's any potential for another discovery. Okay, we're pretty shallow here now. How about crashed freighters? No, not a chance. System's uncharted. So I believe that brings the odds down. I think you can still find crashed stuff, but maybe not. I'm not 100% on that, actually. Well, we've gone significantly far away from... Ooh, look at the depth here. This could be a neat place for a base. Really, though, I would love to just go so far away from our ship that we're just way, way out in the water with this base. I think that would be just amazing. Deep level mineral deposit, no. No deposits nearby. Let's keep going. Hold on, let's go 180. So we just need to head north and we'll be going away from the coast. Storm clearing, so we're gonna get our first look at the ocean at night without all of the clouded vision of the storm. I've yet to see any aquatic predators, thankfully. We might give another scan for crashed freighters here in a moment. This is an interesting seafloor. Still nothing. That's fine, that's not what we're here for. S-class mineral deposit. Tell me, that's... Alright, we're gonna summon the Nautilon. We're gonna travel in this direction for a bit. Alright, here we go. We're very close. Oh, an S-class deposit. Please tell me this is the one I need. If you haven't been able to guess by now, I've been a little secretive about it. We're looking for an activated indium deposit. We have the other one, but I would love to find an S-class. That's what we need in our lives. Magnetized ferrite. That's not the worst thing in the world to find. Gosh, you could really use that for large-scale construction projects. It's just not what we were hoping for. Well, I don't see a reason to give up yet. Well, a magnetized ferrite deposit. I don't know, I'm tempted just to set up base right there, except that's not what we're looking for. Although it is good, and it is an S-class, it's not our purpose in life. Not at this stage. And it appears when the sun is down and the weather is clear, the ocean becomes just like our ocean. Dark, deep azure blue. Alright. Well, no nearby hotspot. Then we shall continue north, further and further away from the coast. I'm okay with that, actually. The further away from the coast we go, the cooler the base is going to be, because it's just going to be out in the middle of nothing. And it's rare that you find an ocean planet that goes so far out in the middle of nothing. Oof. Getting those abyssal horrors. I suppose that's a good argument to put a cannon on the Nautilon. They're so infrequent. I kind of stand by my original assessment, which is that if they want me to put the cannon on the Nautilon, they need to provide more hazards underwater for me to shoot at. Alluring specimen, we don't need one of those. Ooh, there's quite a few. Oh yeah, look at this. No nearby hotspots. Well, if we need to, there's always the C-class activated indium deposit we found way back near our ship. However, at this point, the further and further we go into the deeper parts of the ocean, the more and more we're sort of investing in being out here. It's not going to be an easy task to return. There's a little shoal. incoming storm. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. Let's see, crashed freighter, still nothing. Mineral deposit class C. No, I'd like it to at least be a class B. At a minimum. At a minimum, because if we were going to use a Class C mineral deposit, we would have used the first one that we found way back near the shore. But A, I made a snap decision at that moment, even though it was activated indium, because I didn't necessarily want it to be C class. But while that wasn't enough to rule it out, I also didn't want it to be so close to the shore. So the two factors combined led me to think that we would just make the call to not accept a C class deposit. I wish there was a way to scan for deep mineral deposits from inside the Nautilon. The S-class magnetized ferrite deposit. My mind keeps going back to that one. Honestly, though, you know, magnetized ferrite's one of those things that when we decide to pull the trigger on that sort of a setup, just to have massive construction materials, it's not going to matter if it's S-class or not. Alright, we're in another deep section. Let's go ahead and hop out and give ourselves scan B-class deposit. In case you're wondering why I do that with the Nautilon, it's because I'm concerned that I'm going to get off track. Ugh, and of course that happens. So I'm trying to line up with where I see the scan, and then summon the Nautilon so I can just travel in a straight line. Okay, B-class deposit, but we have no idea what it is yet. Let's see. Magnetized ferrite, and a B class is a 60% maximum density. Well, that's over half, and that's sort of what I wanted. The C class being only a 40% is a little disappointing. Well, that means we must continue trucking north, because we're not going to do this project halfway. We're going to do it all the way. And this means we get to spend a little bit more time on this planet. I'm still not seeing any aquatic predators, which, I mean, for me, that's a win. That's another thing that makes me really enjoy this planet. These are one of the many... Wait, what? We found an island. Huh. Well, I'll be... That's not really what I expected. No geomagnetic hotspot, a C-class mineral deposit, and no atmospheric hotspot. Ooh, it's hot, though. Well, we were trying to get deeper into the ocean, so we did find an island way out here in the middle of the ocean. It's a big island, though. Another C-class deposit. I'm not impressed with that. So we need to head east at this point. Part of what I really, really just love about No Man's Sky is how you can pick a single planet that has a lot of the things that you're looking for, and you can really just spend such a long time exploring it. Look out! Oh, I was wondering if I could run into that thing. Boom. That's how you handle that. Another reason we don't need the Nautilon cannon. I will just run those eyeballs over. Oh, yeah. B-class mineral deposit. Alright, this could be it. This could be the one. Alright, so we were a little off alignment. We're going to spend some of our oxygen to kind of boost over in this direction. Ooh, it's over the shelf. It's over the continental shelf here. Look at this. Hold on. Hold on. There it is. Show me. Activated indium at 60%. We have liftoff. So, this is going to be the future site of our new base. I love it. Let us figure out where to establish ourselves, and then we'll know where we want to put the actual base computer. The real question is, are we far enough away that you cannot see the island? Because if we're still relatively close to the island, then perhaps we want the base there. Do we want the base on the island or the ocean? Decisions, but we have indeed found ourselves a B-class activated indium deposit, which is where we're going to set up our heavy mining operation, our offshore mining operation. That's right. It's time to exploit this planet for our personal gain. Because we're travelers, and that's just what we do. That is, however, going to have to be in the next episode. But at least now, we know where we're going to set up. Until next time, take care.